What's up, everybody? Today we have 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Back with you for a review. This time I'm doing my Raw review for August 1st, 2014. Live from the Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines, Iowa. And yes, I was not able to go. But hopefully the next time the Raw comes to my area, they will be able to come. First off, sign of the day, which is a new little thing that I'm going to start doing if I see a sign that I like in the crowd, if I can even read it, is Iowa owns Mr. Money in the Bank. That's right, Seth Rollins. It's from Davenport, Iowa. Actually close to where I live. But anyway, on with the show. We kick off Raw with Chris Jericho and the highlight reel. That's right, Chris Jericho had his highlight reel tonight. I believe the guest was supposed to be Randy Orton, but I can't remember, honestly. But anyway, Randy and the Authority come out. Seth Rollins, Triple H and Kane. Sorry, my nose itches. Come out, and they all take turns talking. Triple H basically lays down that he doesn't see it that it's best for business for Cena to have a rematch with Brock Lesnar at Night of Champions, so he was going to revoke his rematch, even though he approved it in the first place. Then it comes out, rebuttals, then he went, well, what, Roman Reigns or whatever. Randy says I beat Roman Reigns' ass or something. I don't remember the exact words. Reigns comes down, of course, says a few words. Then at the end of the day, there's a tag team match made. 6-man tag for later tonight, which is for the main event tonight. Reigns, Jericho, and Cena versus the Authority, Seth Rollins, Kane, and Randy Orton with Triple H at ringside later tonight. Then we move on to our first match of the evening. We have The Miz and Cesaro with Damien Mizdow at ringside versus the United States Champion Sheamus and the Intercontinental Champion Dolph Ziggler. I gotta say, this was a good match. Every time Dolph Ziggler gets in the ring, it's always a good match. He shows off for the fans. Great match. Miz and Cesaro end up picking up the victory with the help from Damien Mizdow, as Mizdow comes in the ring off of the Miz's tag, comes in and then takes the zigzag. Ziggler gets caught from behind by the Miz, gets hit with the skull crushing finale and the 1, 2, 3. I don't know what to think of this character that the Miz is portraying now. We'll have to see in the future. Then we have Growing Up Bella Part 1. Now, these were, okay. For some reason, they just made me laugh. I don't know why. They just really made me laugh. We have Layla, Summer Rae, and Naomi taking on Rosa Mendez, Eva Marie, and Cameron. It just ended up in a throw-out. Nothing really happened with that match. I didn't get the point while I was on. And probably the promote Total Divas. That's pretty much it. Then we had the Big Show and Mark Henry versus the Wyatt family, Eric Rowan and Luke Harper. And what was a good match for some big men. Mark Henry, I think he needs to lose a bit of weight. He just was so slow. Big Show's a big guy, but he's also, he also can work really decently in the ring. So Big Show and Mark Henry end up winning by disqualification due to Alexander Rusev, who had came down during the match, interfering, kicking Mark Henry over, getting them disqualified. Then you had Growing Up Bella Part 2, again, whatever. Then you had Paul Heyman come out and and cut this promo for Brock Lesnar. Excellent. Then you had Jack Swagger with the returning Zeb Coulter. This is how out of the loop I am from not watching the product for 3 months, I want to say. That Zeb Coulter had either taken time off or gotten injured or something, and he had to leave. So the returning Zeb Coulter was at ringside with Jack Swagger, and he faced Curtis Axel. Swagger, of course, winning, and then Bo Dallas coming out, who I think they're going to start a little program between Jack Swagger and Bo Dallas. Comes out, does his little thing. If you watch Raw, you know what I'm talking about. Basically, he just brought in Iowa corn, like Iowa people and blah blah. It made me laugh. It was hilarious, but it was just one of them segments where like, really. Then you had Adam Rose and the Exotic Express with the Exotic Express versus Titus O'Neil with the Heath Slider Gator. And of course, the winner of that match ends up being Adam Rose with a little help from Bunny. So, yeah. Growing Up Bella Part 3. That's the last part of today's. They probably did it on SmackDown also. It's, oh god. You had Alexander Rusev with Lana at ringside, of course, versus Zack Ryder, and what was, a squash job. Rusev ends up winning, of course, and blah blah blah. And Mark Henry comes in and does all that. Basically, Alex Henry challenges Rusev and blah blah blah. Then in that time period, you see Triple H and Stephanie backstage. They're talking over some stuff. Stephanie says, I have something that I'm going to talk about out there in the ring. They do that, blah, blah, blah. She comes out after the break. Basically, she's going to give Nikki a Divas Championship title opportunity. Bray comes out. They have unsettled business, blah, blah, blah. AJ comes out, of course. My favorite WWE Diva right now. AJ Lee. Excellent. Then Paige comes out, then they all kind of, talk over each other, blah, blah, blah. It was so messy at that point. And then it ends up being Bray slaps both Nikki and Paige. I think he hit Paige on accident, but Paige told her really well. Of course, Paige being a third-generation diva, or second-generation diva, I can't remember. Over from England, of course, Paige tells it like a motherfucker. Excellent match, excellent segment right there. Then Bray Wyatt shows up on the turn and does this awesome promo. Of course, Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family, one of my favorite one of my favorite staples in WWE. And you had Jimmy Uso with Jay, who's injured. This is Goldust with Stardust, of course. Due to a little shenanigans and me not really paying attention, Goldust ends up winning. I really didn't pay attention, so. Then with Big Show Mark Henry segment, them just talking about Mark Henry saying like, I have to do this, basically, whatever, Then they go at it. Then your main event finally comes, Cena, Jericho, and Reigns versus The Authority, Rollins, Randy, and Kane. And what was a good match, of course, near the end of court, you get this finisher fest. Cena ends up pinning, I believe it was Orton Kane. And then showing off to Rollins, showing off to Triple H, AAing Seth Rollins, poor Seth Rollins, on sitting down, stable, knocking JBL's hat over. And that's where Raw went off the air. Anyway, that is my time. I am preparing for TNA tonight. It is Wednesday, September 3rd, 2014. That's right. TNA is now on Wednesdays. If you want to keep following along, remember, follow me on Twitter. Link is in the description below. Check out the Facebook fan page. my Instagram. I think that link should work. Tumblr. I might put my I think I had my Pinterest there one time, which I'm really not on Pinterest a whole lot. But remember, guys, I'm XW1224. I believe I didn't put it on my copy and paste thing, but I should. But my PSN is TheWrestlingNerd. Check me on PlayStation Network. If you want to play 2K14 with me. If you have a PS3, I don't have a PS4 yet, unfortunately. I kind of need to save my money to do that. But 2K15 is right around the corner. Of course, I'm getting it. It's one of my birthday traditions. It actually drops 15 days before my birthday. It drops on October 30th in the U.S. and October 31st over in Europe or non-U.S. places, I would assume. But remember, until next time, guys, I'm XW1224. Thanks for watching. Peace out.